And now I've kind of learned that like it's important to set those goals for yourself and like strive towards them. But like you're not defined by if you hit it or not. Like what's important about setting goals is just the trajectory and journey it sets you on. And whether or not you hit it, it doesn't necessarily matter most. What matters most is like all the things you learn through just being consistent in something towards something. Because you might not know what you want to do or whatever, but as long as you just keep moving, you'll find it out like sooner or later. So my goal, I don't like have a specific like metric goal in running. I just want to continue to love it, continue to improve in it, stay consistent with it, and just see how far it takes me.
Nico Felich, the man with the hardest name to pronounce in this building. Welcome to the Running Effect podcast.
Dude,
how you doing?
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. Just got done with a little run. That's why my hair's wet. But no, I'm excited.
Still
man.
catching your breath?
Still catching my breath a little bit. It was hot in the gym. But yeah, this is my first sit-down podcast of all time. So
let's go.
This is exciting.
Honored to be your first.
Yeah.
Honored to be your first. We're drinking G1M Sport. What's the taste review? Lemon lime.
Yeah, we got some lemon lime.
0 to 10 ranking.
I got to give it a 10. And it tastes like lemon lime. So
have you tried the G1M Sport Plus?
I have.
What's your take on it?
Dude, I like it. I just like a little caffeine. I don't take it all the time, but it's like if it's really early in the morning, I just want something. I'll take that. But yeah, it's been great on just like long run days. Just give you a little extra something.
Totally. It's so nice having them in the bottles.
Dude, low-key,
I'm not the biggest fan of shakeout.
No,
so
dude,
it's so easy.
I'm kind of lazy. So yeah, having it in the bottles, I just stock my fridge, keep them all cold, and then I don't have to do any work in the morning. So that's been really nice.
Yeah, so elite. You graduated college when? This past spring or last spring?
When was it? It would have been last winter time.
Oh, okay.
So it's been like a year and a half.
Wow.
Since I've been out fully, and it's felt like forever since I was in college, but it's really not been that long. But life just starts like ripping by when you're done with college. Like things just move so fast. So yeah, it's been a year and a half since I've been out. So.
And made the decision to go full time with content creation?
Yeah. So I started in college, like my second year of college, and I don't know. I had no real plans. Like my idea was just to like go to college, get like a marketing degree. I had no plans at all. And through college, started building my social media kind of like unintentionally. And then all of a sudden it got to the point in college where I was like, dang, I could do this like as a living or for a living. And then, yeah, kind of like segued out of college into this full time, which was like very unexpected. Never like expected my life to take kind of this route, but I'm loving it. Like I'm having such a great time with it. And like ultimately like filmmaking and running and fitness, like that's what I'm so passionate about. And so it makes total sense why my life is taking this route, but I did not see it coming. That's for sure.
What was the first piece of content you ever posted? Do you remember?
Well, I mean, I've been making videos since I was like really young.
Wow.
So when in 2012, when I think it was like the iPhone 4 came out, I would take my mom's phone and like make videos with my friends. And like my number one goal was like to be a YouTuber. Like no joke, my friends and I every week would make these like little skits, and we just wanted to be YouTubers. And it never worked out at all. Like we made the worst videos of all time. They're still on YouTube if you do a little deep dive, which now I'm gonna go private them all. But yeah, so like I've always had a passion for making videos and stuff, but it wasn't until college when like short form came around, TikTok and stuff, and I started making these day in the life of college student videos. That was like my entry into that because I don't know. I just started filming my life as a college student, and somehow they started like taking off. And that was really like my entrance into like being a content creator. So those were my initial first videos. And I started that back in 2021. So a few years now.
That's amazing, man. Yeah. I think what's cool about your story is like there's really no excuse for someone out there who looks at your story because someone might think without knowing you like, oh, you're probably like the fastest runner in the country. And it's like you didn't start out, all that. And then it's like, oh, you went to like a Stanford. And it's like, no, you didn't go to Stanford. No. And that's the power, I think, of just authenticity and just being fully yourself because that's what people buy into. Yeah. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I think like, I started out as a soccer player. I went to my first year of college. I went to a small school in California. And my goal was just like, I just want to play soccer in college. I want to like strive for that. But like, I was a good soccer player, but like never good enough to really go anywhere with it. And that's kind of been like my story this whole time is like, I'm a good athlete, like decent athlete, but nothing that like isn't achievable. I think like everything I've achieved like in running and stuff is just because like I've worked really hard at it and I've just never given up on it. But like I just started running a few years ago and I don't have any like crazy skill with running. I'm not like the fastest runner, none of that, like not an elite athlete or anything, but I just like am passionate about it, and I'm passionate about like working at it and just like continuing to like keep grinding at it. And yeah, it's just to show like the power of like just continuing to do something. You don't have to be the most skilled at it at all. Like I'm definitely not. Like I feel like every day running for me is like a very difficult chore, and it's like hard for me to do. Like I feel like it takes me 3 miles every single run, every single day to like push through and keep going. But so yeah, all that to say, like I'm not some super talented athlete or anything. I just like never give up, and I just work at it really hard because I know the value in just like having a goal to keep you moving forward and motivated. And so yeah, just always chasing running goals and stuff for me has been kind of like my passion the last few years.
What's your end goal? Is it like you're going to run a marathon and then try faster and faster until you can't anymore?
Dude,
Is it
yeah,
impact goals? Where's your mind
yeah.
at when you think of dreams in future?
That's a good question. Like a couple of years ago, I didn't really know. I thought like I would just keep trying to run faster marathons and stuff. But like I felt like very quickly that was like not satisfying to me to just always be chasing like a faster time. And it just like became like kind of unfulfilling for me, and I kind of like burned out of running for a little bit. Like I just didn't want to. I just was like, what's the point? Like at what point can I just keep getting faster and faster? So I think like the last couple years, I've kind of like shifted my focus to like really just getting back to like the enjoyment of running, because most of us are not elite athletes. Like we run because like we just love it. It's just fun. It gives us something to work towards. And so I've really gotten back to that. And now it's like the end goal is just to like challenge myself, continue giving myself goals, but not make it like everything to me. Because before it was like, if I miss my time that I'm shooting for, I'm a failure.
Yeah, end of your life.
Yeah, you put so much stock into it. And now I've kind of learned that like it's important to set those goals for yourself and like strive towards them. But like you're not defined by if you hit it or not.
Right.
Like what's important about setting goals is just the trajectory and journey it sets you on. And whether or not you hit it, it doesn't necessarily matter most. What matters most is like all the things you learn through just being consistent in something towards something. Because you might not know what you want to do or whatever, but as long as you just keep moving, you'll find it out like sooner or later. So my goal, I don't like have a specific like metric goal in running. I just want to continue to love it, continue to improve in it, stay consistent with it, and just see how far it takes me. I feel like I run my best. The best races I've run is when I don't really like put that much pressure on it. Mm-hmm. I've done the work. I show up to the start line, and then I just like give it my all, see what happens. Because ultimately, like that's all I can control, really.
Running, one of your top passions, you know, your living comes from social media, from documenting primarily or running your fitness journey. How do you, in that world, separate your identity from the sport when so much of yourself is tied up in the sport?
Dude, that's the biggest struggle with it, because you start something because it's like your passion. Like I started running just because like I loved running, and I wasn't playing soccer anymore. I wanted something to like keep me doing something physical. Like I've always loved like fitness and working out. But with that, I also started doing social media, and as I transitioned out of college, my content became running instead of me as a college student, because I had to make that transition because I wasn't going to be in college forever. But what that did was like quickly blur the lines between loving running and doing it because it's a job. And that's been like I think my biggest struggle for the last 2 years is like constantly having to remind myself that like I love running. Like this is something I'm passionate about. It's amazing. But also reminding myself that like, you know, to like enjoy it, because it is where I get my, like that's how I make a living. That's how I, you know, I'm able to afford anything really, is because I make content about running. So I don't really have like a perfect answer for that, honestly. It's like a constant struggle to like, it's like anytime you make your passion your job, you can lose sight of like why you're doing it. But all I know right now is I still love running. And I think this would be a lot harder if I didn't actually truly love running, because I think it would come across too. I think people are pretty smart, and they would quickly feel like this dude is not like this stuff. But I truly love it. Like I do it every day. And so, yeah, but it's like a constant struggle for sure.
Do you think you'll be running with this same intent an intentionality when you're 50 as you are today?
No, I think, I think like right now it's the easiest it'll ever be for me. Like I don't have kids, I don't have a wife yet. And so like, I think when I'm 50, it'll look a lot different when I have.
You'll just be running with the kids, bro.
I'll be running with my son at that point, or daughter. But yeah, I don't know. I think my priorities will definitely change when I'm 50. But the goal is to run as long as I can and love it as long as I can. Like longevity has been like kind of my like motto the last 2 years. Is like I want to do this for a long time and I want to like love it for a long time, because you see so many runners. Something about running, if you leave it unchecked, can be something that takes over your life instead of like enhancing your life. Mm-hmm. And I want to always keep it where it's like something that it enhances my life and like makes it better, not consumes it. So if I can get to 50 and I'm still running and I'm loving it, that's like a success for me. So I don't know what it'll look like when I'm 50, but if I can still do it and have it be like something that I find joy in, that's kind of the goal.
Totally. I love that.
Yeah.
I think something unique you've been able to do with your platform and the reason you have followers is because of this, is you provide such value to people, which has been so cool to see. And, you know, I've sent you DMs, like people have wanted you to come on the podcast, and like you are the person a lot of people look up to. The reason people have gotten into the sport, the reason people have hit certain goals, and it's because you're very value driven with your content. Would have been like off the top of your head a few of the pillar pieces of content that like hit every time that you think like people gain benefit from, or, you know, struggles you share that people resonate with?
I think in recent years, like the addition of like long form YouTube videos has been like the most valuable thing I have right now, because like what long form has allowed me to do is like build these series like towards, you know, showing a prep towards a race, but like allows me to like be myself more. Like you can be yourself a lot more in a 30-minute YouTube video than you can like a short form video. So by like kind of stepping into the long form world and stuff and being able to like talk more and let clips breathe. Like, you know, in short form, it's like you're just trying to keep someone's attention. I feel like in YouTube videos, it's like a podcast. It's why people love podcasts, because you can like get this unfiltered take into someone's life. And I feel like, you know, that has been like valuable to viewers. I think I get the best and most like interactive response and like communication with people who follow my content and stuff on YouTube. Like I feel like the most deep comments and like impactful things I get in like a YouTube comment section. So I think like just showing my prep and showing like just who I am in those videos has been like the most impactful thing for me.
Yeah.
Like in recent years.
What's the most surprising part of your life right now?
Dude, just like all of it. Like the opportunities that come with social media are just wild. Like when I started all this, before I started all this, like I was the most shy, introverted person. I did not have very many friends. I was not like, my life just didn't look like this at all. And I got so tired of like living that way and being that person that like I finally like made a change and put myself out there on social media and started posting videos, stopped caring so much what people thought. Because like before, I cared so much about what people thought, I just would never take any risks. I didn't want to post anything. I didn't want anyone to see anything, even though I always in the back of my mind wanted to do those things. And so I think the most like surprising thing that's come from all this is like working with BPN. Like I watched Nick for years and years and years, and all of a sudden now like I'm a part of that team. And like a couple of weeks ago, I went out to like Portland to talk to like the Nike marketing team. Like big opportunities that have come just because of this like
Nike
social
just
media
flying
thing.
you out to Portland?
Yeah, like
Crazy.
I literally had a connection at Nike just through emails, and then I flew out to Portland and like literally just had like this talk. Like I was on a panel with a couple other creators talking to their marketing team.
Wow.
And like me, 2019 me would have been like so like dumbfounded at like where my life. I still have no clue what I'm doing, but I think yeah, just the opportunities and like the way it's allowed me to live like this life that I'm kind of always like dreamed of. It's like it's weird, dude. And every day I'm kind of just like, dang, this is wild. This is my life. Like, dude, I still
Pinch
like,
me moments.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Every day is like a pinch me moment, I feel like.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Were you ever scared of not going the 9-to-5 route?
No, I was always scared of it. Like,
Okay.
I think that was like a big, like I said at the beginning, when I went to school, I was just like, I don't know. I like making videos. I like marketing. I'll just like try to find a job in marketing. But like deep down, dude, that was like so, I did not want to do that. But I was like, I don't know what else I would do, you know, like I just didn't know. And once social media started taking off, I was like, I really want to go after this, because if this works, like that's what I want to do. So I think that was a big motivator when social media started taking off. I was like, dang, I need to like lock this in and like keep working at this. Because yeah, that was like a big fear. It's like still a big fear of mine, is like not necessarily a 9 to 5, but doing something that I'm like just unhappy with. So yeah, that's like something that's kept me like very motivated these last few years, is like, I got to make this work, or, you know, or else.
I think it's such a motivating factor. Like, they did this study with cats and mouses, and they did the first part where it's like the cat, they put cheese in front of the cat and they measured how fast it ran. And then they did a study where, cheese in front of the mouse, I think. Yeah. And they measured how fast it ran, and then they did another where you put a cat behind the mouse, and the mouse ran way faster when they were running away from something rather than running towards something. Yeah. And I don't always necessarily think that's the healthiest thing, but I do think it's reality that like running away from a life you don't want a lot of times is more motivating than running towards the life you want. Because the reality is, when you were a kid, you probably didn't really know the life you wanted, but you knew what you didn't want.
Yeah, dude, that's
super
actually
motivating.
That's actually a great point. And it's like, yeah, that's exactly how I felt. Is like, I don't know. I knew some of the things I was passionate about, but I had no direction or anything. But like you said, I just knew like, well, I don't like that. So whatever I can do to not have to do that, kind of like, let's go in that direction. So yeah, that's like a good point that I can relate to.
I saw on social media last week, climbed some sort of mountain. Take the people through this.
Oh, dude, yeah. So right now I'm in ultramarathon training, which is allowed for a little more like, I don't know, just different training. Like, you know, marathon training is more like regimented. You don't necessarily want to be out on the trails rolling your ankle mid-marathon prep. But like, since I'm doing ultra prep, I'm like, some of these opportunities are exciting to me. So like, my younger brother and my uncle have the goal of climbing all the Colorado 14ers. And they had been planning this trip to go climb Capitol Peak, which is like, it's like the most sketchy mountain in Colorado. It's crazy. And I'm like, you know what, let's just go for it. Like, let's do it with them. And I had the opportunity to go out there and climb it, and dude, it was brutal.
Really?
It was like, yeah, it was like a couple day thing. We camped out there and climbed it. And I'm like scared of heights, but there was this point where we're on this like ledge. It's called the Knife Edge. And it's like, I don't know, maybe like 50 feet across, but like there's like 2,000 foot drop offs on either side. And you're like scooting across this like ledge. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how I got here.
Were you like shaking?
I was like, I feel like I was very nervous, but you also are like at a point where you're so dialed in, because it's like it's a no fall zone. Like you cannot fall or else you're cooked. So I was like, it was a mix of like being nervous, but also like, this is like actually life or death here.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what's fun about mountain climbing, is there's certain points in certain mountains where it's like, you have to be perfect. Like you have to like calculate every step. You have to make sure every hold is good. And it really causes you to be like very dialed in. And it's like the reason a lot of us like challenges and events and things. It's like, it requires this level of focus that we can only get to when we do these like crazy things. So like, yeah, mountain climbing is one of those things where like a lot of people look at it and they're like, that is stupid. Why would you put yourself in that position? But if you prepare well, take precautions, and do all the necessary build up to something, then you're like covering all those grounds, and then it's just a matter of like doing it. And I think that's like actually a really smart way of doing things. You have to take risks, but also you don't want to be stupid about it. So it's kind of like that balancing game.
Totally.
Yeah.
How physically strenuous was it? Like, could a moderately fit person do it out of the blue, or do you need to train specifically?
I would say you would need some experience with like 14ers, like climbing mountains, because like fitness wise, it never was like taxing like running is to me. Like running's very taxing. Your heart rate's higher and stuff. Like hiking, it's more of a like, you have to accept that you're going to be out there for a couple days, and conditions won't be ideal. Like you're going to wake up really early, probably won't get sleep. You're going to run out of water. You're going to not have enough food. You're not going to feel good. Altitude's going to bother you. So it's totally different. It's like this, it's a very mental thing, but I think that like that's actually perfect training for me right now. Like with this ultra prep, because like ultra running, you're running way slower, but you're running for way longer. And there's so many more factors that can come into play to mess with you mentally. So I would say like, yeah, like be fit, have some experience climbing, because there are a couple like they're called like class 5 moves where like it's like you can't fall.
Class 5 move sounds so
Yeah,
baller.
it's like Alex Honnold level.
Yeah.
Not actually that crazy, but yeah, have some experience. But yeah, it's like less about the physicality and more about the, are you willing to like not feel good for a long time and have to cover a long distance and a lot of vert, carrying backpacks and stuff like that. So it's just totally different. But yeah, I think it's more of a mental thing than not. So
Ultramarathon, training for it now. Break it down for the listener. What are you doing? What's the goal? How do you feel about your chances?
So I'm training for a 50-mile race in Prescott, Arizona. Yeah, I've done 5 marathons now. And just kind of wanted to change. I wanted to try something, like try to run a distance I've never gone before. Like, it's only been a few years since 26 miles was like even fathomable to me. I don't know. The listeners
weird
will get
word.
the idea. Yeah.
Fathomable.
Before it even like made sense to me. So to now double that almost is like just wild. Like even now I'm 5 weeks out and like I have no idea how I'm gonna figure this out. But yeah, the training's been similar to marathon prep, just a lot, longer runs, slower runs, and like a lot more trail runs. So I'm at like 70 to 80 miles a week right now. And yeah, my goal is sub 10 hours. It's a tough course. And yeah, I just want to go out there and I want to like run a great race, not put pressure on it. Cause when I don't put pressure on it, like I run pretty well. And so, yeah, it's just kind of like my entry into ultra running. I've been really enjoying the switch up. Eventually I'd love to run like a 100-mile race. Like Leadville would be pretty sick if I could do that. So yeah, it's just like a new challenge for me and something to switch it up. But my passion is still definitely like marathons. So I don't know if I'll become like a full-blown like ultra runner, but I just wanted to try something new.
Yeah, switch it up, keep it fresh.
Yeah, exactly.
I think a lot of people get into that trap where it's just like spring, fall, try to go faster, and that's why I think you can wreck yourself mentally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was me kind of trying to break that cycle a little bit, because it was just like it was becoming like, okay, here's my fall marathon, here's my spring marathon, fall marathon, and I wanted something that was going to make me a more like well-rounded runner. And like I've definitely lost speed, but I think I've like built a lot of mental resilience through ultra running. So I think there's things to be gained from both of those at different points in time. So that's what I'm kind of trying to do, just become a more like well-rounded runner.
Will we see Nico at Last Man Standing one of these years?
Dude, I'm not going to say no, and I'll probably get suckered into it. In fact, today I got a text saying I should do it. So who knows, maybe next year I'll be out there trying to run 100+ miles, dude, which is wild to say or think. But yeah, I think we could see that.
How crazy was it watching from afar?
Dude, it was wild. Like, what's crazy about it is like I would go through my full day. I would go to sleep. I would wake up. They'd still be running. I'd go through a full another day, go to sleep, wake up. They'd still be running. And dude, it's like, it's just crazy what the body can do. And I just met Kim and Kendall like today. I'm like, I can't believe these dudes just were out there for.
They're so casual.
Just so casual. Yeah. Running 230+ miles. Dude, it's unreal. I mean, like I said, it's still hard for me to even grasp 26 miles, let alone 200+ miles. But dude, like the human body's so capable of crazy things. And yeah, dude, it's very inspiring to like be in an environment where you're around people like that. Cause then it's like, dang, I need to work harder.
Yeah.
Cause you'll think you're working hard until you meet someone like that. You're like, dang.
Even hearing about Kim, he's running like, I forget what he said, 100 miles a week something, and he's doing high rocks workouts every day. Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like I ran my first 80-mile week 2 weeks ago. That was that was tough. Like it was tough to hit 80 miles.
Yeah,
like,
body was dying.
Yeah, body was dying. Yeah. And to think you would be like hitting like multiple 100-mile weeks back to back, I'm like, dude.
Yeah,
maybe someday, but
yeah, for sure. Running, it makes me think you're still relatively new to the sport. Does that excite you? Your ceiling?
Yeah, I feel like I was, like I didn't have very many goals to start. My goal was like initially just to run a half marathon. Then I ran that. Then I was like, oh, I want to run a marathon. Then my second marathon, I was like, I should try to run sub 3. And I ran sub 3 my second one. And I feel like I've been able to make some good strides like quickly. It's not really been quickly because like it's taken a lot of work, but like relatively quickly. And I just feel like if I keep consistent and I keep working towards it, like yeah, I'm excited to see if I can hit some of these things that were like previously completely never even could have imagined. So yeah, I'm like, it keeps me really excited because it's only been a few years, like you said, and like, dude, running has already brought so much to my life that yeah, it's like an exciting kind of like never know what's gonna happen with it type avenue. But yeah.
Going back to Last Man Standing, we're both here for the premiere. How excited are you to see behind the scenes of it all?
Dude, the media team here is so dialed in. It's crazy. Like, I already know it's gonna be like a masterpiece. That's part of the reason that BPN's like such an outlier compared to other brands. Is it's like the media is so intentional, and the films they put out, like it's taken them I think 12 weeks of just like grinding out this film because they know the value of telling the story. And yeah, dude, I'm so excited. It's like I think it's like an hour and a half, like documentary.
Oh my gosh,
dude, this is a movie.
I remember when it was happening, just being like, I know the documentary is going to be nuts.
You knew like they were going to cook on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's exciting.
For you right now, how do you think about the next year, next 5 years in terms of building out some of the content creation strategy, et cetera, around the challenges you do, the pursuits you ultimately enter into?
I think I always want to become a better filmmaker. Like, my true like passion is filmmaking, and like really like my team is just me and my girlfriend. Like, she films everything, I edit everything, and that's like I love doing that because it pushes me as a filmmaker, it pushes me as like a storyteller, and running is like the avenue I can take with it. So I think like the next few years, if I can just continue improving in that way and like telling better stories, pushing myself physically at the same time, like that's the goal. But ultimately, like I would say my goal is like, you know, Jimmy Chin. Mm-hmm. He's like, dude, he's like the GOAT. I love that he's like also like an insanely good climber, but he can like film people doing crazy things because himself can do crazy things. Someday I want to be like a filmmaker that can hang with people running 100 miles or whatever and create something for them because I'm able to do it myself, kind of thing. So I think that's the direction I want to like take things, because I'm not like under any illusion that I'll be behind a camera till I'm 50 years old, like doing the same videos I'm doing now. So that's kind of, I think, long term. But over the next few years, just like refining my video making and storytelling, and then just seeing where it goes. So
I love it, man.
I think that's the
so
goal.
Exciting.
Yeah,
so exciting. Final serious question for you. What's the final takeaway message you want to leave with the audience today? It can be anything.
I would say like my purpose and what I love to do is just get other people excited about running through my content, because I think running has such a unique way, and any, you know, physical endurance thing does, but running, there's something about it that like just makes your life so much better. So if through this podcast or through my videos or whatever, I can get people excited about running will do the rest, I feel like. But my goal is just to get people pumped about it and want to go do it. So my message is just go run, you know, because I think it'll really impact everyone's life in a positive way. So
simple as that.
Yeah.
Go run. The rest takes care of itself.
Yes, sir.
Nico, I'll have to get you back on. This one was shorter, value packed. I think we're both tired after a long day.
I know it's been a long day, but maybe round
good
two
product.
later.
Good product. Yeah, round two. Final question for you: if you had Gordon Ramsay coming over to your house for dinner, what would you choose to make for him?
Oh, what would I choose to make for him? I mean, anything I make would be trash. So I'd probably stick with like a nice mac and cheese.
Okay.
Yeah, just mac and cheese with some ketchup on there.
Ketchup on mac and cheese is crazy work.
Dude, have you tried it?
No, is it good?
Dude, it's like beyond good.
Maybe tonight at Terry Black's.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I feel like barbecue on mac and cheese would be good.
That would hit.
Yeah.
All right, I'm changing it. I'm putting barbecue on mac and cheese.
From Terry Black's.
Yeah, from Terry Black's. I'm just packaging it up
there you go.
and microwaving it.
There you go. Well, Nico, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your wisdom, and keep up the great work. It's fun to see from afar.
Thank you. I appreciate it.